Hi friends, this is CC and welcome to Hobby Hands. In this journey, we're going to turn all of this into this. Yes friends, in this vlog, we're going to do a build of this, which is the Airfix A208V scale or 1/76 scale, and it's a model of the Panzer IV Tank. What you're seeing here is a box that's the original, and the model number is A208V. Now, just going to tell you that Martin from Great Britain actually sent me a whole bunch of kits. Thank you very much, Martin, for the very kind and generous gesture. This Panzer IV Tank was one of the kits that was sent. So Martin from Great Britain, I would like to dedicate this model or this build and this vlog to you. So let's have a look at what's inside the box. So the first thing that we see is the instruction manual or the instruction sheet, and it's just 2 pages. It's only a few steps, but it's quite busy because of a lot of pieces. So this is a decal sheet, and it's looks like it's yellowed a bit now. And this is parts of the hull. You can see that this piece there has been started already, and this is the other hull, the other bits of the hull. It's got recessed panel lines and could do with a bit of scribing still. So this is part of the turrets. And this sprue here contains mostly the wheels and the 2 sides of the hull. This sprue contains more wheels again and bits and pieces of the body. This is another part of the hull here on this sprue, and bits and pieces. And finally, that's the tracks. So this is a rubber type tracks. Right, there we go. So let's start with the wheels, and we'll cut them apart and get them ready. It's a lot of wheels to be cut, so let's do this. Like that. We also cut the sides of the hull. It's quite nice because there's no flash, but there are some ejector pin marks. So those are the wheels there. There's the inner wheels and there's some outer wheels. A lot of smaller wheels as well. Let's start sticking them in. Oops. There you go. So there we go, there's a little groove here. So what I'm doing is using a scriber and just deepening that groove a bit more. I'm just showing you here as well the scribing that I'm doing for the hull. Alright, so that's what we're going to do is put the turret together now. So there's no guide pins and all that. So pretty much have to just eyeball it. Luckily the parts are very small, so quite easy to hold it. Just apply some model cement there. Let's start doing the other pieces. It's the top of the turret here. This is the mechanism for the cannon. Alright, now let's assemble the hull. Again, there's no guiding tabs or pins or anything like that, so you got to pretty much eyeball this, eyeball the pieces and make it fit. The build is actually quite straightforward. Although because there's no aligning pins, the alignment is a little bit takes a little bit of guesswork. Okay, pretty much closed up the hull now. And we just hold the hull together with some masking tape until the model cement cures. Alright friends, so as you can see, the assembly for the Panzer is now all complete. And there you go. That's the whole tank there actually. So time to start painting. We'll start with some pre-shading and we'll use black and white as a pre-shade. So let's do the pre-shading now. So there you go friends, this is what the pre-shaded model now looks like. I've used black and white for the pre-shading. So the next thing we're going to do is spray the whole model with the base coat, which is like a dark yellow. I use a very thin dark yellow and spray a few layers of the thinned paint just so that the pre-shading will show through from underneath the base coat. And that's what it looks like after the base coat has gone on. So you can see some of the pre-shading still shows through, and that's the effect I wanted. I've also painted some of the details like the road wheels, the exhaust and the guns. So I've painted all that. So what I'm doing here now is just giving the model the whole model a gloss clear varnish. Okay, now the varnish has dried. What I'm doing then is putting in some panoline wash. In this case, for most of the tank actually, I use a dark brown wash. You can see once the wash goes in, the details sort of start to pop out. This on the wheels there. You can see the contrast between a washed wheel and an unwashed wheel. It creates some kind of shadow. This part where it looks like a grill, it also picks out the details well. Alright, so now with the cotton bud and some thinner, we clean up all the splodges on the panel line wash. Once we clean up the wash, all we're left with is nice clean panel lines, and that brings out the details of the model. Alright. Now the next thing we want to do is just create a bit of tones on the basic paintwork. So we use some yellow weathering paint, and we just brush it randomly over the model. Just gives it more interesting colors or more interesting shades there. Just to break the monotone, I'm also using some green and grey weathering paint on different parts of the model, just to make the parts a little bit more interesting. Alright, with the exhaust, I'm putting in some burnt red and burnt blue colors. And as well, I'm using some soot in the areas where I think the engine exhaust comes out. And this one I'm putting on is a dark brown rust, and mostly along the edges of the tank. Some on the back. And I also put some soot on the barrel of the cannon. Alright, so actually I should have put the decals on before I do the weathering, but doesn't matter. I'm putting on the decals now. So I just show you one or two of the decals. It's not a lot of decals, just a few. The decals may look old and discolored, but they work fine. Alright, now all the decals have been stuck on, and now they're all dry. So what I do now is to give the whole tank a clear gloss varnish again, and this is to protect the decals. Alright, so now the clear varnish has dried, or the second round of clear varnish has dried. So what I'm doing is a bit more weathering. I'll also use some white dry brush over the raised details of the tank, just to simulate the light falling on these edges and highlighting those edges. Just apply minimum material, not too much, to be sort of like a very subtle hint of white, but it does bring the raised details to life. Alright, so putting in now some orange rust onto the I guess the bottom areas of the tank, areas which I think you get most likely get rust. Also put some on the turret. Right, now it's mostly dirt and grime, so what I'm putting on is sort of like a dark and yellow sand colors. I assume that this tank is actually operating in like a desert battlefield. So I use a bit of light yellow as well, light sand, and a bit of dark earth, or in this case it's actually meant to be mud. I'm just putting in some silver paint on firstly the headlights and then the tail lights. And then what I do now is just with a little toothpick, just put random silver paint all over the tank. That sort of stimulates the paint of the tank flecking off. Not too much, just a few all over the place and make it very random. And on the turret as well. On the turret, what I like to do is put it on the edges. Alright, done. Well, the next thing that I'm doing here is to give the whole tank a flat, clear varnish. Okay friends, it's all done now. There you go. So this is all the final look of the tank. So I'll just put the turret on now. The turret turns and the cannon goes up and down. There you go. That's the final outcome of this model. So just a few close-ups now. Close-up of the barrel. Close-up of the wheels and tracks. Close-up of the turret, the top of the turret. That's the exhaust. There you go. Alright friends, hope you enjoyed that vlog. Please subscribe to my channel and please give me a like. Please leave me some comments below and please share this vlog with your family and friends. Again, my thanks to Martin from Great Britain for sending me all those kits and sending me this one as well. Martin, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Friends, thank you very much for watching. For now, this is CC signing off.